So today it's a little different. We had a tight deadline to make this stand, and so we really didn't have time to talk. So I filmed it, and now I'm going to voice over. What you do is you start with the big triangle, and it's 16 inches across the base. The ends are cut to a 22.5 degree, and then each side is cut at 22 inches long with a 22.5 degree at the end. And then wherever they meet, you go ahead and mark them with a pencil and cut it to that degree. We then put the shelves in where we wanted it. In this case, we knew we wanted 4 cupcakes. We left 4 inches tall and then marked the board, cut it again at the 22.5, and that gives us our second shelf. Then we will do the same thing to make the second shelf. Then planed all the pieces to get them nice and smooth and the same thickness. And we used the bandsaw to cut the widths down so that they'd stay all the same width. For the smaller triangle, we did a 12-inch base with 18-inch sides, and you cut them wherever they cross. Same 22.5 degrees at each end. We made a little template to hold all the pieces together and keep everything straight while we glued and nailed it. This helped us a lot because it was moving when we were trying to do it before. You want to put a little bit of glue on each edge, and then for our case we did 4 nails on each corner, and you just pick one face, put 4 nails through it, and you'll be good. The shelves, they only need 2 nails because they're not part of the structure. We learned to make sure that we take measurements because we eyeballed the first one and it ended up being crooked. So this is actually the second one that we ended up having to do. Cutting the backs out, you can use either a jigsaw or your circular saw. I think it's a lot easier to use the jigsaw personally. It just leaves a much better cut and you have a lot more control over what you need to do. Nail the back on, you put a little bit of glue down first, nail it, basically nail it wherever there's a shelf or some sort of edge. That way you get a nice good bite in your nail. Then you want to do a final sand, make sure that the back lines up perfectly with the edges, and then you're ready to stain it. The color we chose was the Minwax Jacobine. We really like this color. We've used it on a lot of projects. We get a lot of compliments on this color, and we decided that it was going to be good for what we needed it to do as well. And there it is. 2 triangles, one small, one big, designed to hold the cupcakes. It worked out pretty good. It holds a dozen. We got the idea off the internet, and then we made it our own kind of spin on how we wanted it to be laid out. And once we're done with the cupcakes, it'll probably be used for a display rack or any sort of decorative thing. Alright, that's it. Y'all have a great day. Talk with you later.
This right here is like using floss. I got a nice big concrete mixing bit